I want to start with a challenge. Watch any movie or video you love, and this time close your eyes for 30 seconds in the middle of it. Just listen, don't watch. You'll notice how rich the sound actually is. Dialogue or narration, music doing something emotional underneath, ambient sounds, the hum of a room, street noise, the texture of a space, maybe a sound effect punctuating a moment. All of it working together to shape how you feel, and you probably never consciously noticed because when sound is done well, it's invisible. You just feel it. Now flip it. Think of a video with bad audio, tinny mic sound, music burying the dialogue, harsh background noise. Even with beautiful visuals, bad audio makes the whole thing feel amateurish. It breaks the spell. That's why sound gets a full lesson. It's not something you deal with after everything else is done. It's 50% of your video, maybe more. The right music can make an average sequence feel transcendent. The wrong music can flatten a beautiful one. Silence in the right place hits harder than any effect. Audio isn't decoration, it's storytelling. This is the voice of your subject or narrator, usually the primary carrier of information. It needs to stay the clearest, most intelligible element in your mix. Everything else supports it, never competes with it. In Premiere, dialogue lives on an audio track in the timeline. Adjust volume through the Effect Controls panel, or drag the white horizontal line running through the clip, up for louder, down for quieter. You can add keyframes to automate volume changes at specific moments, so the level dips and rises smoothly wherever needed. Music is one of the most emotionally powerful tools you have. The right song tells the viewer how to feel before they've consciously decided. It sets emotional temperature, builds anticipation, provides release. Great choices feel inevitable, like the song was written for that footage. Bad choices feel jarring. To choose well, ask what emotion the scene needs, not what genre you personally like. Be specific. Sad is too broad. Is it quiet grief, desperate anguish, or bittersweet sadness with beauty in it? The more precisely you name the emotional target, the better your choice. Music tracks sit on audio tracks below dialogue. As a starting point, music should sit noticeably lower in volume than dialogue. Present, but not intrusive. You'll feel the right balance when you hear it. One powerful technique: cutting to the rhythm of the music. When a visual cut lands on a beat or a chord change, it feels satisfying, almost physical. This is why well-edited trailers feel choreographed. They are, just with editing instead of dancing. Also called room tone or natural sound, the background texture of a space, a room, street, forest, crowd. New editors overlook this constantly, which is a mistake. Ambient sound is what makes a video feel like it exists in a real place. Think of a coffee shop scene, dialogue on top, music underneath, but also the hum of the espresso machine, murmured conversations, the clink of cups. Even if the viewer never consciously notices it, it says, "This is a real place." Remove it entirely and the scene feels sterile, like something's wrong even if you can't say what. When editing location footage, use the natural ambient sound as a base layer under your edit. Most cameras capture it alongside your main audio. If a section suddenly loses that ambient layer during a music break, say, the silence can feel jarring. Keeping a consistent low layer of ambience underneath everything makes the whole edit feel more real. Specific intentional sounds that punctuate moments, a whoosh, a click, a subtle boom on a title card. Used tastefully, they add energy and dimension. Used carelessly, they make your video feel like a children's show. Same rule as transitions. Every sound effect should serve the story. Ask if it adds meaning or emotion. If it's just decoration, cut it. If removing it makes the moment feel flatter, keep it. Good intent needs clean execution. The key concept is levels, volume measured in decibels. Premiere's audio meters panel, bottom right of the workspace, shows your levels in real time as the audio plays. Standard target for dialogue, around -12 to -6 decibels on average, with peaks never going above 0 decibels. Going above 0 causes clipping, that harsh crackling distortion that instantly signals a technical mistake. Never clip. Keep peaks below zero with a little headroom to spare. Another useful tool is the Essential Sound panel. Tag your clips by type: dialogue, music, ambience, sound effects, and Premiere applies appropriate processing to each. For dialogue, it can reduce background noise, add clarity to vocal frequencies, and auto adjust levels. It's not magic, but for decent but not great footage, it noticeably improves quality with very little effort. If your recorded audio needs help, start here. One last thing. Silence is also an audio choice, a powerful one. Even 1 or 2 seconds of complete silence can have huge impact. It says, stop, pay attention to what just happened. Or it builds tension, the absence of sound making viewers lean in, waiting. Great editors use silence deliberately, the same way they use music and effects. Sometimes the most powerful sound is no sound at all. Sound is half your story. Treat it that way from the start of every edit. Don't just fix it at the end. Build it as you go, layer it thoughtfully, and always ask, what is this sound doing for the story right now? Next lesson, we talk about color. Again, not as a technical fix, but as a full storytelling tool. See you there.